Let's go for a walk and do some talking. We'll go to a place, a multi-week project, which I've already started on Thursday with Hillwood Park. I'm going, gotta make sure this is open. It is. Here's the entrance. Here's the long jump. The sand pits are currently covered. Oh, we'll go this way. So I ran track and field here for competition. We had a few of our practices here, but for the most part, it was at Shorewood High School, which I have planned a video there so I can show you kind of, it's been remodeled and redone and stuff. But to show you the general area, or the area, even though the area has changed. So this is the sand of the long jump, sand / dirt, and then, well, sand, and then the top, the covering. And so this is part of my, I'm doing a multi-week project revisiting some of the places that matter in my track and field, my running story. Because I'm a runner and I'm getting faster. Here is our track. I was a middle distance runner, so that is the 5,280 foot run, which is 1 mile, the half mile, and the 2 mile. We might even get some wildlife for you. We got red robins out. We'll see if they let me get close enough. There they are. Hi, little robins. And so this is where we ran practice and stuff. It was a nicer track like this, but I don't think it was quite so vibrant. I think they repaint stuff and do stuff like that. So it might be a little bit of an upgrade. Yeah, it goes, you just can't pass us and not get us. Here we are. Yeah, here we are. Look, cuties. Oh, look, this one wants to run with me. Alright, so this was our competition field. This was my home field. And so I ran track and field the spring 2007 season for my high school team. I was Shorewood High School. And this stadium is Shoreline Stadium. And the buildings past it, like over there, that is now what is called the Spartan Recreation Center. Before that, it was called Shoreline High School. So this stadium used to be part of a high school. Then, the population started growing and they broke it up, and the stadium's still here, but there's now Shorewood High School and Shorecrest High School, and Shorewood High School's that way, Shorecrest High School. And so I was Shorewood High School, but they share this stadium as a home stadium, and so I was track and field, soccer, and football, and I just did track and field here. I didn't actually play here for soccer, but actually kind of where my running dreams started was we volunteered. I was on a team called the Dragonflies, which I've brought up already, for the Hillwood walking and talking from this past week, which would have been, yes, the 12th. It's Sunday, 16 July 2023. It's Saturday the 15th. Friday the 14th, Thursday the 13th, so 13th July 2023. Let's go that run. And here's our scoreboard, timing stuff. And so my team, the Dragonflies, we volunteered to be ball girls for the high school girls soccer team. So we'd run, and we'd like stand over here. And if the ball, they're playing soccer, if they take the ball, oh dear, focus is all over the place. I'm sorry if it's blurry. So if the ball came out of bounds, we'd run and get it back. And I was the fastest ball girl. That stuff matters in speed sports. So I'm walking the middle distance laps, right? Lanes. Sprinters don't use these lanes like all the way around. Unless it's just one lap. This is the sprinters starts, hurdlers starts. I didn't use that. I'm not a sprinter, I'm not a hurdler. I'm middle distance, which is only 3 races. All right, 5,280 feet the mile, half that and double that. In high school, I swam sprint breaststroke and distance, which is distance is 500-yard freestyle, and then sprint breaststroke is like 1,500-yard breaststroke. My current 1 mile run time, my personal best times currently, from yesterday, so yesterday I achieved a personal best time in the 1 mile run, 5,280 feet, 4 minutes and 37.30 seconds. Today, I did not equal that. I ran 4 minutes 37 seconds, 0.31 seconds. 4 minutes 37.31 seconds. So it's 1/100th off. It is that easy in speed sports, especially for like 4 or 5 minute long races. It is that easy to control one's time, to be 1/100th off. It's something I didn't really know until I'd done it. So this is the seating area at the stadium. We'll go over. We got the javelin running area. So the javelin runners would, you know, down the strip and launch their javelins into the field. And then there's discus and shot put and stuff like that. It's a really cool, I like track and field. It's more, I was a swimmer growing up, and track and field was like eye-opening into how inclusive sports can be. Like different disciplines entirely can be competing at once. Right, entirely throwing versus running, and different types of running versus hurdlers versus jumpers. So I think pole vaulters were part of jumpers for our team. So there's the discus shot put area. And here's a side view. And yeah, so if anybody has ever said that they thought like me yesterday, Saturday, 15 July 2023, then it is also true they would have had the forethought, because we think the same, to plan to run a 1 mile run here at Shoreline Stadium for time and run a personal best time. Now I sneak out of the house to do my 1 mile runs for time, make sure the security cameras don't get me sneaking out. You know, I've become a sleuth. But it would also mean that if somebody, like if they missed that proof, then the double proof of damning them as being a pathological liar would be if they did not, today is Sunday, 16 July 2023, if they didn't think ahead, come to Shoreline Stadium, run a 1 mile run time and finish the race by the same logic of they think the same as me, means they can run the same time. And not only that, they proved it today. Sunday, 16 July 2023, here at Shoreline Stadium, they ran 1 mile runs, equal time as I did, 4 minutes, 37.31 seconds. So if it's true, then they also have those personal best times, and only 1/100th off the personal best time. If their personal best time is faster or slower, they don't think like me. That would just be called, psychopathy or sociopathy. It'd be a psychopath or a sociopath if they lied. Also, more simply, a pathological liar. Now, when I was running track and field, this number caught my attention. Maximum occupancy, 2,925. So I was standing back here, you know, we arrive, I'm like getting ready for my races, or my race, but then like multiple times of my races. And I saw that number and I was like, man, this is the sport for me. I started running in 2006 in like January, February. And then in spring 2007, I was competing on the track. And so that's less than a year and a half later, and I was already in front of a stadium that could fit almost 3,000 people. Now, in swimming, I competed for almost 12 seasons. Or no, I competed for 12 seasons, including like summer seasons and then one, well, I didn't compete for the other one. So yeah, that's the relevant stuff. And the pools would fit maybe, like if we're pushing it, 200 to 300, so about a tenth the seating capacity of the stadium. And I was like, I want the world record in the 1 mile run, 5,280 feet. That's my number, man, 5,280. That world record is mine. And I would, you know, come out here. We'd be running these stairs. And I'd be like, It's my world record. Now, okay, I was not very fast on the team. I haven't even achieved a top 5 finish in any race in my life, even with my personal best time. I'm currently 30 years old, so those personal best times are good for me, a 30-year-old. However, they are not competitive internationally, and that is reflected in my competition experience. I've not ever made a top 5, and subsequently I've not ever made a top 3 in a single race in my life. Do I keep going? I don't know. I watched The Rookie recently, and he got started in Major League Baseball when he was 35 years old. I'm only 30 years old. Might have to delay a few years. Might not ever get started. I haven't really gotten any support, like in person, for me doing that, aside from my parents, and my aunt Danette. So, Mom Susan, Dad David, and Aunt Danette. But aside from that, not really. Not when I'm in awake mode, right? I'm a sleepwalker and talker, but when I'm awake, not really. But this is where it all started for me. I was like, I'm less than a year and a half years old, and I'm already out here running in this, like, with this kind of a stadium. I can do it. And then a bunch of the people had like already 5 to 10 years of competition experience. So my times were slower than theirs, but it was also like people really respected me because I was doing like better than they were with the comparable amount of competition experience. So I was a rapid rise, and ran my first sub 5-minute mile as a teenager. That was in South Africa though. This is Washington State, United States of America. And there's some people showing up, so I don't want to interfere with their exercise stuff. But this is a walking tour, so to speak, of Shoreline Stadium, my home track and field stadium, for my first ever season of track and field, spring 2007. And I ran for Shorewood High School. Happy Sunday, 16 July 2023.